In this video presentation, we will present to you the Hmong new life in America. Biography of Mr. and Mrs. John Moua. Employment and educational background. Mr. and Mrs. John Moua were the first wave of the Hmong refugees immigrate to America in Eau Claire, Wisconsin in 1976. Back in Laos, Mr. Moua had worked as a secretary for the United States International Development Agency from 1970 to 1975. He received a college education from the College of Sam Tong. As a result, he was qualified and considered as an American overseas employee to first enter the American soil. In the United States, Mr. John was working full-time to support his family while attending his ESL classes and college education part-time. He worked and studied extremely hard to earn his college degree in machine tools operations from Tshiab Valley Technical College in 1980. He worked for the 3M companies in Menominee, Wisconsin for many years. Later, he became the director of the Hmong Mutual Assistance Association in Eau Claire to assist the Hmong and Lao refugees to gain employment until he retired in 2012. On the other hand, Mrs. John Moua, or Moua, had never attended school in Laos because she is the oldest child, so her parents needed her the most to help with the family chores and taking care of her younger siblings. Furthermore, they lived in the war zone area on the frontline region known as the Lima Site 32 Sky Fortress, Bolong military base. Therefore, being a girl, she had no opportunity to attend school. However, in America, she had the most formidable opportunity to attend school, to earn her college degree, wasting no time while raising her 3 small children and taking ESL classes at the same time. She vigorously studied hard in college to earn her college degree in clothing, in service and textile from Tshiab Valley Technical College in 1980. Upon her graduation, she was able to obtain a full-time secure job as the Hmong bilingual and bicultural interpreter at the Eau Claire County Health Department in 1981 until she retired in 2005. Community volunteer services. Mr. and Mrs. John Moua are Hmong American community leaders. They are outstanding community and public speakers. Mr. John is a great leader. He diligently works closely with the Hmong national and international leaders to revisit China, Thailand, and Laos. Mrs. John Moua, on the other hand, is a great Hmong cultural teacher and expert. She has a great passion to teaching and sharing the Hmong culture with the Hmong youth, college students, and American professionals. Their lives are touched and loved by the thousands of the Hmong and American people. Award recognition. Mr. and Mrs. John had helped thousands of Asian refugees, employment, and transitioning them into the American mainstream society. Therefore, they have received an honorable recognition award called the 1,000 Point of Light from the U.S. President George Bush in 1990. Mr. and Mrs. Moua family also received the Journey of Hope Award recognition from the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. Least but not last, Moua published her first book titled Trails Through the Mist in 1994. Family background: Mr. and Mrs. Moua were married in Bolong, Laos in February 1971. After the Vietnam and sequel wars broke out in 1975, they left Laos to Thailand and immigrated to America in 1976. They have 3 children: Vaming, married to Ka Yang; Yong, married to Pachia Yang; and Kasia, married to Aldrich Mueller. Mr. and Mrs. Moua have 6 adorable grandchildren. Currently, they live in St. Paul, Ramsey County, Minnesota. In conclusion, Mr. and Mrs. Moua are a very successful Hmong American family. All of their children are college graduates, obtaining high-income jobs, and become very successful in life. They have a beautiful family. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. for your kindness, community public services, dedication, and contribution to the Hmong and American societies at large. God bless America.